Okay. All right. There you go. All right. Well, we'll go ahead and get started. Welcome, everyone, to tonight's webinar. We have one of these every first Tuesday of the month. That can vary a little bit, and we'll keep you posted on those types of things. But very excited to have all of you here. If you haven't used doTERRA, we're glad you're here. If you've used doTERRA, we're glad you're here. If you're skeptical about doTERRA, we're glad you're here, and we hope that you learn a lot tonight. I'm going to be sharing. My name's Olivia McGill. We also have Nikki Blanton sharing some tonight, as well as Brianna Wooten. And so, sorry about that. My husband's phone. Very excited to be sharing with you tonight about essential oils. I want to introduce myself. I already said my name. My name is Olivia McGill, but just to kind of familiarize y'all with who I am, this is my family and my husband, Tim McGill. We are in ministry in the Memphis, Tennessee area, so just north of Memphis, and we live in a small town called Munford, and we're loving it. We're very excited to be here, glad that the Lord has called us here. I'm very thankful, actually, that we moved here because I moved here, I was actually introduced to doTERRA and essential oils, and they have just been a game changer for us. Very excited to share about them tonight. I want to start by sharing a scripture, Romans 1:20. It says, "For since the creation of the world, God's invisible qualities, his eternal power and divine nature have been clearly seen, being understood from what has been made, so that people are without excuse." I know for my husband and I, being believers, we've seen a lot of really, really pretty things. And what I mean by that is, maybe we've seen a pretty landscape, a mountainscape, a starry sky, or things like that. And we've been able to look at one another and just talk about, how incredible God is to create something so beautiful. And I'm saying all this because in using essential oils and natural healthcare options, we have seen God's power in just using those and them working for our body, because we know that God created plants for our benefit, natural medicine, things in the world that benefit our bodies, and we've seen that work for us in different ways. So I always love sharing that. I love this quote. It says, "If you're planning for a year, sow rice. If you're planning for a decade, plant trees. And if you're planning for a lifetime, educate people." And so tonight we're going to be talking about a lot of different things. We're going to be talking about essential oils. We're going to be talking about how they work in the body, why they're effective. We're going to be talking about how you can use them as holiday gifts. I know that the theme of this class was using it as holiday gifts. And so I'm sure as Nikki and Brianna share about specific oils, they'll be sharing some things that you can use to make very, cost-effective yet high-quality gifts that can support people's bodies, those people that you love and that you're wanting to give Christmas gifts to. But, as I said, tonight we're going to be learning a lot. I'm going to be sharing about something that over 3 million homes are using as their first line of defense in regards with, to health, that doctors are using, that chiropractors are using, that dentists are using, that health professionals are now turning to. But I want you to know that if after all of this, if after this presentation, all of this information, you decide that this is not for you, that is totally okay. This is not a time of us pressuring you. We're not salesmen. And you might find at the end that this is just not something you're interested in. And that is all right. Like, we are letting you off the hook right now. Tonight is just to educate you, to share our passion, our heart about essential oils and how they've been affecting our lives. And that's a choice at the end that you can make for yourself. So be comfortable, take a deep breath. There's no pressure here. This is strictly educational. I want to talk about natural alternatives in general. And one question that I always like to pose is, why consider natural alternatives? And so I want to open this up to y'all, and you can unmute yourself if you are muted. And I want to ask y'all what you think. Why do you think so many people are turning towards natural alternatives, different options? Why doctors, physicians are turning to it to use on their patients? Why consider natural alternatives?
Well, we kind of just hopped off the age of where we used a lot of synthetic, man-made things to really better things, whether that was preservative in foods or I don't know, that's the first thing that comes to my mind. And then now it's coming out that, oh, well, preservatives in food aren't really that good for you. You shouldn't use those. Or trans fats, we thought those were great. No, we shouldn't put those in our foods. I think it's a really hot topic right now to be really open to natural alternatives.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, a lot of people don't understand that natural alternatives have been around for a really long time. You know, we talk about oils, and some people think we're crazy, and they just think that it's this like brand new thing, but really it's been around for ages. Essential oils have, and I think you're right. I think that a lot of people are turning towards natural alternatives just because, you know, maybe they're tired of using things that don't work. Or, you know, I have a friend that she has a young toddler, and she got hand, foot, and mouth. So she was trying to, you know, combat that. She took her to the doctor, and the doctor prescribed a medication for her daughter. Well, at first she was skeptical anyway to give her young daughter medicine. I mean, it's just kind of scary to give young kids medicine. But then the doctor also told her that that medicine would cause her to have a yeast infection. And we're talking about like a 2-year-old. So just something she was very skeptical about. And it's just scary to think that we're getting medications that then cause something else, and we have to take another medication to combat that, and those side effects. And so natural alternatives, natural things like essential oils are great because there are no side effects and they work. I'm a testament to that. There's been a lot of things that have worked for us in our family. So yeah, those are definitely, there's a lot of reasons that people consider natural alternatives, but I'd say that those are some of the big ones. Anyone else want to share? Okay. All right, moving on. Still on the topic of considering natural alternatives. There's a lot of statistics here, and I won't read through them all because I don't want to take up y'all's time. But one statistic that really stood out to me from the beginning, learning about essential oils, is that third bullet point. And it says 5% of the U.S. is the world's population. So we make up 5% of the world, but yet we consume 75% of the world's prescription drugs. That was just crazy to me. I mean, it's nuts that we're such a small portion of the world, yet we're consuming all of these prescription drugs, and I believe it. You know, we are such a quick fix nation. I mean, we're just, if we're in pain, give us painkillers. If we're not sleeping, give us a sleeping pill. Like, just fix the symptom for me. And we're not as concerned with fixing what is causing the symptom. And so that's what essential oils really address, is, you know, the cause of the problem. And I love that. I really love that. And I want to make this very clear to all of you. I am not against medicine, and I would say the same for Nikki, for Brianna, for Zoe, for people on here that are in doTERRA, doing it as, you know, a business, talking to other people about it. We are not against medicine, against doctors. We're thankful for those people. I'm so thankful that there are people who are medical professionals, because I am not. People who have studied medicine and the body and understand that. But I do believe that there's a happy medium of using natural alternatives and also having those times where we say, okay, it's time to go to the doctor, or it's time to take some medicine. I think there's definitely a good in-between there. So what I want to do is I just want to briefly talk about some basics of essential oils for those of you who may not even know what an essential oil is. Essential oils are natural aromatic compounds found in plants. So if any of you have cooked with herbs, you know, I've cooked with cilantro before, you know, oregano, basil, any herbs like that. Whenever we cook with herbs, a lot of times, you know, we want to give it a rough chop or we want to mince it or something whenever we're mixing it with our food. And that's because we want to release those oils that are within the plant. That's what an essential oil is. It is just those natural compounds found in plants. And essential oils are different, though, in the fact that they are 50 to 70 times more powerful than herbs. So, you know, a drop of oregano and a handful of the actual plant oregano is very different. That one drop of oregano essential oil is going to be a lot stronger. You know, just talking about the potency of essential oils, Nikki's going to be talking about peppermint here in a few minutes, but one drop of peppermint has the same health benefits as 28 cups of peppermint tea. Like, that's how strong these are. That's how potent they are. And so keep that in mind, that herbs and oils are not the same. Obviously, they're both coming from plants, or they are a plant, but essential oils are much, much stronger. They can be steam distilled or cold pressed, and I already talked about their power, but they are safe and without side effects. So you can feel confident in using these and not worrying about the safety issue. The reason they're effective, and I thought this was so interesting whenever I first learned about essential oils. Essential oils work at the cellular level. So, for instance, when we go to the doctor and we're sick, if we have an infection, a doctor is going to give us an antibiotic, right? That's going to fight that infection. And the antibiotic will work for infections because that's a threat outside of the cell. However, when we go to the doctor and we have a virus, that is a threat within the cell. And those are the times when we go to the doctor and they just say, sorry, you know, you're just going to have to let it run its course, right? You have to just ride it out, etc. So that's always the bummer. When we go to the doctor, we have to go home without anything to help us. But essential oils will actually work at the cellular level. So since they are oils, since they are lipids, they can actually penetrate the cell membrane and attack the threat within the cell, which was so cool to me whenever I was learning about essential oils. So in this regard, they're actually more effective than some modern medicines. Now, essential oils are very popular. They're becoming more popular, and so you will see essential oils at Walmart, at Bed Bath & Beyond, a lot of different places. I was at a furniture store today looking for furniture for our new home, and you know how they have all like the knickknacks in like in the waiting line whenever you're waiting to check out, and they have like the Ghirardelli chocolates, and they have the little ornaments and all the little things that they tempt you with before you check out. They had like packages of essential oils, and I thought that was so strange because it was a furniture store, but it's just crazy how readily available they are to the public. But something I always like to emphasize is that you need to know where your oils are coming from. You need to know, you know, the locations of where they're coming from, how they're being tested, what is in them, because right now the FDA has no regulation on essential oils, which means they could put 10% oil in a bottle of essential oil, I guess, and they could fill the rest with fillers and preservatives and call it 100% pure and natural. And it's just crazy because like there's no regulation there, and so you need to make sure that you know where your oils are coming from. Our oils, doTERRA essential oils, are CPTG, which means Certified Pure Therapeutic Grade. So this is the highest level, the most pure, potent, 100% natural oil that you can get. And you can look up their researching methods, how they test their oils. They are very thorough and very open with the public about how they do that. And that's important when you're looking at something that you're going to be applying to your skin. which is going to be getting into your bloodstream, or inhaling through aromatic diffusion, or even taken internally. It's important to know what is in them. The reason why our oils are so potent and pure, and the reason ours are the best, is because of how we source. So we do what's called CoImpact Sourcing. And this means that we are going to the places where these plants grow best. And that's important, because when you're considering plants and how they grow, it's important for certain plants to have a certain type of climate, a certain humidity level. Does the plant grow well in rocky soil or in dry climates? I mean, there's so much variation, and it matters as far as quality of the plant goes, where it's grown. And so doTERRA doesn't spare any expense. They go to the ends of the earth. They go to the places where they believe that these plants grow best. They also go to the places not only where they grow best, but where people are the most impoverished. So people are needing jobs, people that know how to harvest these plants. And so what they do is they go into these areas. They hire people in those areas that are very, very poor, and they provide for them in their villages. And so they're digging wells for them. They're building schools. They're providing education. They're giving on-time, fair pay. I mean, it's just fantastic to hear about all they're doing for the people that are providing these oils for us. So that's where the CoImpact Sourcing comes in. They help us by providing us with really great oils, and we help them by providing them with jobs and education. And I love that about doTERRA. They're very mission-minded. There are some safety guidelines to consider whenever you're using essential oils, but they're very straightforward, and obviously a lot of just common sense. Obviously, you want to keep the oils out of your eyes, your ears, your nose. And then certain oils, whether they're hot oils or maybe they have something that might be a little bit sensitive to people's skin, sometimes you want to dilute with a carrier oil. And there are different oils that you can use. I use coconut oil, which doTERRA has available, but you can also use olive oil. I mean, there's a lot of different things that you can use to dilute. But especially for children, you want to dilute just because their skin is not the same as ours. And that's really the main safety issue, is skin sensitivity. And so, if you're using something like oregano, which is a hot oil, you're going to want to use a coconut oil or olive oil to dilute that. But a lot of our oils are neat, and that just means that they can be put on directly, like they don't have to be diluted or anything. Oils such as lavender, some of our citrus oils can be put on. So, I mean, there's a lot of guidelines, but they're very straightforward, very simple, and all of these logos here kind of indicate the different types of skin sensitivity levels and the application methods. Essential oils can be used aromatically, they can be used topically, or they can be used internally. And I'm actually going to hand it over to Nikki, and she's going to be talking to you about some specific oils that she has used and that have worked for her, and talk about the different ways that you can use them. So Nikki, I'm going to go ahead and hand it over to you.
I love that I get to talk about this, and I'm just going to give you a couple minutes introduction about me. Whenever I introduce myself, I usually start out by saying, hey, I'm Nikki and I'm a runner, because I run a lot. I love to run. I was a running coach, and really what started this journey for me years ago was that I would look at my food as fuel. When you start connecting to where do I get energy, how do I perform, food and nutrition is always the foundation. And even though doTERRA is known for their essential oils, our number one seller is our Lifelong Vitality Pack, which is our vitamins, our minerals, and our omega-3s. And I think for me, when I really started looking at my nutrition and looking at my food, I know that there was so much information out there about, you know, we know that our soil is not what it used to be. Our food and our nutrition is not even what our grandparents used to eat, just on as a nutrient dense product. So knowing that we need to supplement, knowing that our lives are super stressful, our lives are super busy, and even if we are eating organic, grass-fed, farm to table, raw, whole foods, our diets are lacking in nutrients. And I am one of my mentors is Dr. X, and he actually taught my very first essential oil class to my friends and family. And he honestly, if you have known or if you have done any research on his website, he is one of the healthiest people that I know, and he eats like fantastic, and he will even tell you that he takes a supplement. So looking at your food, looking at your nutrition as the foundation of wellness, I think is very, very important. This Lifelong Vitality Pack that doTERRA has your omega-3s. It's a whole food base, and you're getting your antioxidants. It's working on a cellular level. And what makes this pack so unique from other vitamins on the market is, I would say there's two main things. First of all, we have our essential oils in these products. So you're getting your clove, you're getting your frankincense, you're getting your ginger. There's oils in the product. And also, doTERRA's stand on our vitamins is not more is better. So there's a lot of vitamins on the market. There used to be this 500% of something, 600% of that. doTERRA believes that what you need is a balanced approach. And so our vitamins do not make your pee yellow. Like, you are not like, if you've taken expensive, high-end vitamins that half of it you're peeing out, it's actually not very good for your body. So I do encourage you to do some research, to look at your nutrition, to think about this as the foundation of wellness as you begin this journey. So I just wanted to mention that about food, because as a runner, it's all about fuel. So this is a great sort of introduction. But going into oils, the first one that I'm going to talk about is peppermint. And this is such a powerful oil. Definitely we've heard of peppermint and digestive health. So as Olivia was saying, drinking peppermint tea, our grandmothers would talk about if you're feeling bloated, if you've got a tummy ache. So definitely peppermint helps with digestive health. You can add it to a glass of water, you can add it to your tea, or simply just dropping a couple drops of the peppermint oil directly on your tummy is going to get absorbed into the intestines, and it's going to go to work. I also love peppermint for focus. So this is one for in the afternoon when I'm starting to feel kind of fatigued and I'm needing a little bit of uplifting and focus. I'll use peppermint. It's very cooling to the body. So if you need to reduce a temperature, if you're feeling flush or hot, using some peppermint on the back of your neck will definitely bring your body temperature down. Peppermint is one of those oils where you can, very, very popular, very, very versatile in its uses. And, as on here, it says like hot flashes for sports, for exercising, because it helps with cardiovascular and sinus congestion. So peppermint's awesome. Lavender is one of those where I feel like we're all familiar with. If you've been to Bath and Body Works, you've seen lavender spray, you've seen lavender linen spray, very well known for its relaxing properties, very calming to the emotions, very relaxing to the body. I didn't know when I started using lavender that just as it's calming to the body and our emotions, it's very calming to the skin. So this one actually helps with skin irritations, chafing, rashes. It's one of my daughter, I have two daughters, Kate, she's 7, and this is one of her favorite oils. We make a spray bottle, and this is actually a great DIY for the holidays. I love doing this for teachers, for my friends, because lavender is such an awesome oil, and most people know of its benefits. So I actually make a little spray bottle. This is a 1-ounce spray bottle. I fill it with water, and then I use about 20 to 25 drops of lavender oil, and she spritzes her pillows at night. She spritzes her room, and it's like her I'm getting ready for bed, calming sort of place. So that's one of her favorites. And, you know, many uses for lavender. I think we all, yeah. So your lemon, you know, this, when we start looking at prices and the cost of essential oils, lemon is one of the inexpensive oils. It's only $10 wholesale for a bottle. So versatile in its use. We actually get the oil out of the peel of the lemon. So it's the rind. So it is different in its application compared to the juice. I get people ask me that all the time, is lemon essential oil the same as the juice? I would say yes, in that it does have antioxidants. It's very cleansing to the body. It helps with detox. It supports the lymphatic system, but it doesn't have vitamin C because it's the rind. Lots of DIYs with lemon essential oil. I actually have a couple bottles of lemon in my house, because this is one of those that you can never have enough of. In my laundry, I use a non-fragrant detergent, and I'll pour 2 to 3 drops of lemon essential oil in the detergent and then in my washing. Because lemon is just very cleansing. It gets rid of like stink. It's great for getting the funk out of clothes. Plus I have a bottle in my kitchen because I love lemon oil in the morning with some apple cider vinegar and water as a way to start my day, because it is very cleansing and it's very detox. Plus, you know, lemon, all citrus oils are very energizing and they're uplifting to the mood. So, yeah, lemon is a good one. Melaleuca, this is your tea tree oil, which we all are familiar with tea tree oil. I mean, you can find it in shampoos and conditioners, lots of products out there on the market using tea tree oil. So definitely known for DIYs. I have a bathroom cleaner with Melaleuca, white vinegar and water that I use for my soap scum. I use in my bathroom. So much better. I remember before I used oils, I would clean my shower and I'd have to switch the thing on to suck the air out, put the bleach in the shower, scrub, like I feel like I'm coughing and hyperventilating because of the bleach and the, you know, all this stuff. Whereas now with the Melaleuca, I'm like in my shower and I'm getting some aromatherapy while I'm cleaning. So definitely awesome for DIYs. I love using it on my skin. After I go for a run in the morning, I have a shower, I cleanse my face, and then I'll actually use a couple drops of fractionated coconut oil and Melaleuca, rub my palms together, and then put it on my skin, because it's very cleansing, it's very rejuvenating to the skin. I have suffered with acne and blemishes since I was a teenager, and when somebody told me I need to put oil on my face or my skin, I was like, oh no, like you do not put oil on your skin, because I had always used peroxide, like drying out my face. And then when I hit my 40s, I thought, well, I'm just going to be like all wrinkly and shriveled up from all this peroxide and stuff. So I started using the Melaleuca, and I will tell you that the first night I put it on, I was like having like this moment of, oh my gosh, I'm going to break out. You don't put oil on your skin. The next day I was like, oh, I'm fine. And now from the consistent use, like my skin is so much clearer, so much better. And I love the fact that I'm nourishing my skin with a cleansing that is good for me. So Melaleuca is awesome. Frankincense is the king of oils, and this, you know, it's such a treasured oil. I mean, when Olivia spoke about how essential oils have been around since forever, we know that baby Jesus was given frankincense and myrrh. So this shows you, A, how long essential oils have been, and B, how frankincense really is an oil that is to be treasured, that is amazing in its power. On a cellular level, it helps with repair. So topically, I use frankincense for my skin too, like for wrinkles, for sunspots, for scarring. Internally, it really works as a tonic for the body. So in my training and in my running, I've used frankincense for inflammatory response. So how your body deals with stress is where frankincense comes into play. And I'm sure if I ask this question, well, especially right now, because we are heading into Christmas, is just a couple of weeks away, but if you could say like stress level at a 10 out of 10 in our, like right now, everybody that I ask, who is stressed? I am stressed. I would say pull out the frankincense, because it's calming, it's good for you, it helps with inflammation. I actually just do like 2 drops on the bottom of my tongue every night. If you don't like the way that it tastes, because it has like, it's kind of like a perfumey taste, you can add it to some veggie caps, which is like this little capsule that you open and you drop 2 to 3 drops of frankincense in the capsule and drink. I would suggest taking frankincense daily. Like, this is definitely one that is amazing for the body. It promotes cellular health. It maintains a healthy immune system. If you research frankincense, you'll see the power of it online. This month, doTERRA is doing this amazing promotion. It is one of my favorites, where if you order any order over 200 PV, which is a point system that doTERRA has, you get a free 15 ml bottle of frankincense, which this value is $93 retail. So that just shows you how powerful the oil is, what an amazing tonic it is, and what an awesome promotion. This month till December 31st, you get a free bottle of frankincense. And in working with my clients on this journey, whenever somebody texts me and says, what do I use? If I say, if you're ever unsure, just use frankincense, because it works for everything. Like, it's the go-to king of oils. So what's next?
All right.
Okay.
Well, hey guys, I'm going to talk to you about some of the oil blends, which are combinations of several different essential oils to support a certain system in the body. So first, I want to give you a little bit of background about me and how I got involved with doTERRA. So I really got interested in oils earlier this year when I had my first child, because I was wanting to have natural solutions in our home to use with her, to cut back on the chemicals we were using and that kind of thing. So I went to a class about oils and doTERRA and was just so excited to see all the benefits and the uses for the oils and to be able to get them into my home. And they have really just been such a blessing for us already. Just an example being, before I had the oils, whenever my daughter would get sick, at first, it was usually a virus, like Olivia was talking about. We'd go to the doctor and they'd say, sorry, there's nothing we can do. And so then we're just sitting there helpless, nothing we can do, and she's miserable and we're miserable, and it just keeps going on until it progresses into something else, and then we have to buy an expensive antibiotic. And so it's just a really frustrating, costly experience. Whereas now I can not only be preventative by using the oils, but if she does get sick, I have natural, effective solutions in my home at my fingertips. And that has just been so empowering and such a blessing to us. So I want to touch on some of these blends. We love the blends. There's several of them that we use on a daily basis in our home. One of them being On Guard. So this is our immunity support blend. So it's got lots of great things in it for our immune system, like that wild orange and the clove. Smells great. It's got that good like fall spicy smell. So this is one that you can diffuse in your home to support your immune system. You're breathing in all that good stuff. You can also use it topically. So maybe on the bottom of your feet before you go to bed. We make a little roller bottle with the coconut oil and the On Guard in it and put it on my daughter on her feet before she goes to bed, or maybe before she goes like into the church nursery or somewhere where I know she's going to be coming in contact with some germs, just to boost her immune system and keep her from getting sick. And then if one of us does get sick, we just start using it more frequently. So as we're before, maybe we try to come in contact with it a few times a week. If we get sick, we might use it multiple times a day until we kick whatever we're trying to fight off. This was one that comes in several different things as well. People have loved On Guard so much that they made a whole line with laundry detergent, hand soap, cleaner, tons of different things you can do with the On Guard. If you know people that maybe are teachers around kids a lot, a great DIY would be you can make your own hand sanitizer just using some aloe vera gel, some On Guard, I think it's water, and you just put in a little spray bottle and you have an all-natural hand sanitizer. So On Guard's a great one. Definitely recommend everyone getting one. So Breathe, this is our respiratory support. So it's got that peppermint, eucalyptus, all great things for opening up our airways. So especially this time of year, you're dealing with some congestion, some stuffiness. Breathe is great for just opening you up. You might want to diffuse this one at night, or again, you could put it on the bottom of your feet, on your chest, similar to how you might use like a Vicks vapor rub. It also comes in a stick form, so it's great for kids. You can put it directly on their chest, on their neck, especially before going to bed when usually a little stuffier. This is also a great one if you do any kind of cardio, you like to run, and you just really want to optimize your breathing. You can put some Breathe on your bridge of your nose, again on the back of your neck. So this is another great one that we love and use a lot. And Digestion. This is our digestive support blend. Very similar to how you might use the peppermint. You can put a drop in your water, or if you would rather use it topically, you can put it directly on your stomach. Great for if you eat something that you're kind of afraid isn't going to sit too well, just to help with that. Or if you have a stomach ache, just soothing your tummy. Digestion is a great one. Also comes in the soft gel form. And then the last one, Balance.
Nope.
That's okay.
Sorry,
I was going to hit on Deep Blue. It's another great blend that we have that is for achy muscles and joints. So maybe you just went to the gym and your muscles are sore, or you're dealing with achy joints for whatever reason. Deep Blue is a great one that you can put on topically, rub it into those sore muscles. My husband and I use it sometimes after we go to the gym. It's got a really great cooling, tingling effect, really similar to like an icy hot. So it comes in an oil, but also in a rub, so like a lotion that you can put on directly. So those are some of our blends. doTERRA's got several great ones. Those are some of the most common.
Yeah, thanks, Brianna. Sorry, I thought I put the Deep Blue in here, but I put the Balance, which is also a great blend. Balance has a lot of the, the woods. It's a very woodsy, airy scent, but really great. It's emotionally grounding, good for vertigo, balance issues, car sickness. I had a girl who just really struggles with car sickness, and she said, usually she has to take Dramamine to help combat that, but she said that she used that and she never had to use.
This is
she never used
like first thing in the morning. Put it on your feet just to help you feel ready and steady to start the day, especially like if you have, a presentation or something you're nervous about. It's a great way to steady out those emotions. So yeah, we like to use balance.
Yeah, absolutely. But deep blue is great too. She's talking about deep blue. I don't have a visual for that, but really great for muscle tension. We use it a lot. Okay, well, thank you, Nikki and Brianna, for sharing and for kind of talking about your own experiences with the oils. At this point, we're going to wrap it up very soon, but the question that everyone just needs to ask for themselves is this for me? The oils for my husband and I have really been changing our life, and it's also not only been changing our life, but it's been helping us to help other people to change their habits and to help them to respond differently to sickness and ailments that they have. Actually, the other day I just had a lady who was struggling with acid reflux, and she asked me what would be good for that, and I told her that someone I knew had tried lemon for that. And so she's like, okay, I'll try it. So she put a drop of lemon in her water before bed, and she was just elated because it worked for her, and she didn't have to struggle with that anymore. And so these are very empowering. But again, like I said in the beginning, we're all different. And, after learning all of this, you may still be asking, is this for me? I don't know if this is for me. And here are some questions to ask yourself in considering that. These are questions that I ask everyone that I teach a class for. And they are, 1, do you want safer, cheaper, more effective options to support your health? 2, do you want a healthier lifestyle for you and your family? And 3, have you thought several times over the past year that it would be helpful to have quality health-supporting products in your home? And I would say if you've answered no to any of these questions, then this probably isn't for you. But if you've answered yes to these questions, then I would really encourage you to consider doTERRA, consider diving in both feet and just trying these oils. There's so many testimonies of people that I know that they've been working really, really well for, including mine and my husband's. Now, for those of you that are interested in getting started, you're probably asking, how do I purchase? And there's a lot of different options for that. And I will tell you that no matter your price point, there is something in doTERRA for you. And so we've got college kids buying this stuff, so don't worry about that. But there are different ways to purchase. One way to purchase is through buying retail. Now, I don't recommend buying retail, and I don't have hardly anyone who does, because most people want to try several different things and really just start, changing their lifestyle with these oils. And if you buy everything at retail, it's really going to add up quickly. Another way that you can buy, though, and I recommend this way, is wholesale. And even with wholesale, there's a couple different ways that you can do it. You can get a $35 membership for the year, where you can kind of piece together things that you want to try. And that's great. But again, probably not the best way to purchase if you're wanting to save money, to really be wise with what you're spending. Because whenever you buy that $35 membership and then you start piecing together, like I said, like basically a starter kit, like something for you to just start with, it's going to add up pretty quickly as well. So what I recommend for everyone is to consider an enrollment kit. We have very different, sizes of enrollment kits, but these kits are formulated, they're put together by doTERRA, different price points, different needs, and they're priced below wholesale. So they're cheaper than if you were to piece your own kit together at wholesale cost, and it waives your $35 membership fee, so that's great. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go through our most popular kits. There are several, but I'm just going to go over a few of them and talk about what's in them, prices, things like that, and then you can decide for yourself what you think is right for you. So for those people that are just like this, you had me at hello, like this is what I've been wanting, this is what I've been looking for, I'm ready to change my lifestyle. And my family's lifestyle. I would say this is the kit for you. This is the Diamond Kit, and it includes almost everything that doTERRA has. all the oils, the vitamins, the whole spa line, which is something we just came out with, natural products, soaps and shampoos, and it comes with the whole On Guard line, the trim shakes. I mean, a lot of things we didn't even get to talk about tonight, but so many things to support your health and to really help you to start changing your family's lifestyle for the better. Another popular kit we have is the Every Oil Kit, and this is, pretty self-explanatory. It is every oil that we have. Really great if you're wanting to dive in and make your own DIY things. My sister-in-law got this kit and loves it. She's always making new things for her kids. And anytime something comes up, she's equipped. She's ready for anything. And so it's a really, really great kit to have. It has all those oils in it, all the blends. Another popular kit we have is the Natural Solutions Kit. This is another great lifestyle kit because it comes with the big bottles of the oil as well as those other two kits I just talked about. But this comes with the big bottles of a lot of the popular oils, most of the ones we talked about. It comes with the vitamins. It comes with an 8-hour diffuser. It comes with the On Guard products, the shampoo, conditioner. Just a really great way to start changing your overall lifestyle because it comes with the oils and some of the products as well. This is the last kit I'm going to talk about. There are other kits, so whoever invited you tonight, make sure you get with them and just talk with them about what you thought about tonight, and also talk with them about different kit options. But this is probably another one of our most popular kits, and it's the Home Essentials Kit. It has the big bottles, which is important. I always recommend getting the big bottles because you're going to go through those small 5 milliliter bottles pretty quickly. This is 3 times the amount of oil. The big bottles of all the popular oils and the 4-hour diffuser. And with all of these kits that I mentioned, you would get the free frankincense, which is a huge deal. Frankincense is an oil that I'm using all the time. I'm actually running out right now, so I'm excited to get my free frankincense in the mail. It's just, and it just targets so many different things. So really consider that. When you're looking at an enrollment kit, think about that because having that big bottle of frankincense is really awesome. Okay. So we're going to just open up for questions. Does anyone have questions or experiences with oils that they want to share? At this time, if you need to hop off, that's fine, but we're just going to open this up for any questions that you might have.
So I don't have a question, but I have an experience to talk about.
Okay, yeah.
So, I have really bad digestive issues and I have problems where I can't have a lot of fast foods and time of the year, and it had me sick last night for 3 weeks. And so I decided, okay, well, I'm going to take a nice hot bath with some Digestion. Later on that evening, I was better, feeling fine, and this is the second day, and I should have done it the first day, but the second day I was feeling fine, no problems, a little bit queasy, just not as bad. I was able to get up, eat food, perfectly good. And then, like, today, I have dairy issues as well. And so I took the Terrazymes, the probiotics, and also the Lifelong Vitality Pack today. And I'm normal lactose medicine, ate plenty of cheese all day long, and had no problems, no symptoms from my dairy issues or anything. Because it's a healthier alternative. I don't have to worry about like what am I putting in my body when I take these other medicines. I'm already taking this stuff already on a daily basis, and it works wonders.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's really great. I'd actually never heard of it helping, with dairy issues, but that's really, really cool if that works for you. Anyone else have questions or comments? Okay, well, I'm so. Questions?
I want to say something. Can you stop sharing your screen and then
Yes.
see?
Yep.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay, cool. So I wanted to just kind of make a note of this too for all of you guys if you're deciding to join, whoever sent you to the webinar. Just know that part of this and part of your success is connecting with this tribe. Like I call us a tribe or this community, that we are here to empower you, to nourish you, to support you. So when you get your oils, it doesn't stop there. Like we set up a wellness consultation. We specifically talk to you about what are your health goals, what protocols can you set in place. And when you get your oils, there's this layer of you've never used oils, or you may not have a practice or a habit. So it's setting up your home to remind you of these amazing natural solutions, because when you've never used them before, you're not going to think, oh, I have this head tension, let me use my oil, like, because it's new, so we're going to set it up for you, give you some specific protocols that work for you and your family and what you have going on. And then know that you will be connected to a community. We have 2 Facebook groups that are closed where you can ask questions. We have classes, we can get more information. We have a 21-day video training series from Sherry, who's our mentor, that will give you 21 emails that have videos and information specifically by subject, so cooking and essential oils, pets and essential oils, because this world of essential oils is like huge and it's beautiful, and you're always a student depending on whatever season you're at. So know that we walk alongside you. Like this, we want you to be successful. We want you to be empowered. We want to feed you with information, and that we're here. That's what we do. So, I just get so excited and passionate about oils because I love, and I've seen how much they change people's lives. But I want you to feel confident that you are not in this alone. Like we are here to support you, to walk alongside you, and to give you so much information that you will feel empowered. And that is the difference to me. Like, when you talk to somebody, when you go to a doctor, and you feel like nobody's listening, you feel like nobody's hearing your concerns, you're not able to do your research. Like you are your best advocate. Like you know your body, you connecting to what's going on. So the more that you are empowered, the better you will be on this journey. I just wanted to make sure that you knew about the support from this amazing team of wellness warriors.
Yeah. So thanks everyone for coming and joining us. Please, whoever invited you, just connect with them after this or tomorrow, whenever, and they may be reaching out to you as well to just see how you felt about it, what you learned, and how you want to move forward from this moment. So thanks for joining us.
Thank you.